know that I'm past giving apologies
in relation to
the consistency of the pod, because
I mean, you said it last time though.
Yeah.
No, go on, because
no, go.
No, because you said it last time. You was like, you don't want it to be a thing that controls your life. You want your life to exist whilst, I understand that. At least.
Yeah.
And I mean, to be fair, it's kind of supported me in a particular way, because my circumstances haven't been the best to be able to come through every day.
And that's not to say it's like, don't get me wrong, when we don't do it, I miss it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, yeah, it is like, it is what it is. And then what we was talking about before we started recording, there's just so many other things that you're like, and do you know what? There was even there's this. I'll send it to you later. Maybe I'll put it up on the screen now for other people. But there's this young guy. I can't really remember his name, but his skits just keep popping up for me at the moment. And he did one video and it was like POV. Two guys have a good conversation and then they decide to start a podcast. And he's like, yeah, brother, we should start a podcast, you know what? Because them man are called the beta squad, innit? So we should be called the alpha squad. And it's like, whenever I see stuff like that, I'm like, yeah, man, this is why sometimes I'm just like, brother,
What, in relation to this?
Yeah, just not in relation to us, but generally the podcast landscape.
I mean, I was talking about it with a friend today, just the notion that I think a few years back the podcast bubble burst.
Yeah.
And but then because he was talking about a friend of his son said he wants to be a content creator or YouTuber. And I was like, it's a viable job.
Yeah.
But then I was like, always make sure that they understand what happened with radio.
Yeah.
Start from there and work your way up to see that trends do end.
And yes.
And it feels like YouTube hasn't got to that spot.
Not yet.
And we've still got young people where they kind of, what do they call it? They call it the mainstream media.
Yeah.
When they talk
MSM.
about TV, etc. But at some point, that's going to be everything that they consume, and that will be the mainstream
media. Yeah.
So these things always evolve.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm wondering to myself, like, in terms of podcasts, what is your reasonings for doing podcasts then in today's world? And I think where it's notarizing good conversations, why not?
Yeah. And I think, one of the things that I've been saying a lot recently is that they really need to 10x the cost of mics because notarizing conversations, but also not all conversations are good conversations, and we don't need to hear them.
I've been watching, so a couple of friends of mine went viral.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know if you saw it. I think the guy was talking, and it was mad controversial. He was just talking about black women versus white women, and specific. Yeah, you saw that one.
I think,
and he was saying he's never felt pushed further than.
Bruv,
I didn't finish it,
bro.
Yo, Russ,
bro.
And like I saw him the other day.
That's actually on my saved list.
Yeah. I mean, so my friend was in there, and I know the others in. He wasn't the one who mentioned it. Okay. The other guy mentioned it.
That upset me,
bruv. And it was jokes because I said, bro, you went viral. And he said, nah, man, that ain't me. I said, you were there. You're sitting in the room having the conversation.
You see, by association.
Bro. And he was like, nah. Like,
bro, like, because the thing is like, I'll sit there and I'm just scrolling in it. And then this one comes up. And when the guy said what he said, like, bro, like, you could probably see my body language, the way I just kind of went.
I mean, it could easily just be the type of women you've dated, bro, and that's it.
And I think this is important. And what needs to start happening is people need to be specific in their talk, because what happens is that you have an experience and then you decide that that's it for everybody.
But I mean, what else is life if it's not perception?
No, right? But have some nuance. Like, Bouncer Play Dirty, the big hench guy who used to manage the small guy. Anyway, this guy online, he used to manage some people. He does some.
Did he do the boxing match?
Yeah, right. Yeah. He's in Dubai now, and he does like some forex thing or whatever. So anyway, he's doing a video, and he says in the video about the problem with black people. Bro, if there are a few phrases online that will always trigger me, and that is one of them, where it's like the problem with black people. And so he said what the problem with black people is. And I think in the comment section, I chimed in and I was like, So why do you do this then?
Oh, meaning because you're a black person. I mean, that's a cheeky little comment, to be fair.
But are we not all black?
Yes.
So this is what I'm saying. Be specific. Be nuanced.
Russell, come on.
No.
No. I was saying
I stand on that.
I know, because you were being specific. You were being cheeky. Yeah.
Maybe so, but I think it's important because somehow, it's like whenever you're talking about black people, you're not party to that. You're the exception to the rule. You know what I mean? And no disrespect to the guy on the podcast, but when people say things that like what he said, in the past, I've gone onto posts like that and I've said, so does your mum do the same thing?
I mean, bro, the comment section is fire, generally. It all posts.
Because this is the thing, because it's certain same man will talk like that, but then they'll be like, you see my mumsy, yeah?
It's a whole different scenario. But I mean, I just was like, bro, unfortunately for you in this circumstance, it could easily just be the type of women you're dating. That's all it could be.
And I will go as far as to say, it is the type of women that you are dating, and also, it's yourself. Yeah?
Wow,
because
you said that you're very, very firm.
This is also another big issue. Where is the self-reflection? Yeah, where is the accountability? Yeah, listen, I am lucky that I have a wife who is supportive in my endeavors. However, that cannot be the driver for me pursuing things that I pursue. Yeah, I have to be able to pursue the things I want, regardless of her support or not. And as human beings, black or white, man or woman, that is something that we all need. If you have the support, God bless you. But if you don't, it can't be an excuse.
I feel you. And I mean, come on, bruv. Like, just put the work in it. Like, that's what it came down to. Don't let no one provide your reason why. Yeah. I know people can have that, and it's good, to see people change their lives or turn their lives around in certain circumstances where something new has entered it, which has said, no, you know what, I need to change and challenge my point of view. But more than anything else, bruv, like I was saying, in that scenario, bruv, they were just in the room chatting, bruv.
And
they went viral.
And that's how it goes.
They went viral, bro.
That's how it goes. Today, right? So on our last outing with Ken, I made a comment about racism. I told a story about a kid trying it on with a Kai.
Oh yes.
Yeah. And then I did a direct message to camera and I said, racist, I need you
to step your game up.
I need you to step your game up. Yeah.
The cusses are a bit weak.
And what have you,
hilarious. And don't tell me that's the whole.
No, it's not the whole. But I feel like with this next clip, the universe kind of semi-answered that. Yeah. Because in this clip, what I heard, I'm like, I've never heard this before. Wow. In my life. Okay. In my 44 years on this planet, I have never heard this before.
Oh yeah, it's my birthday soon.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, 1 more month.
1 more month. All right, listen, let's get into this.
I have got a tattoo on my arm of Kunta Kinte is an African slave, right? So I'm not racist in any way, shape or form.
Say that again?
I have a tattoo of Kunta Kinte was an African slave. Was a hero.
So you can't be racist because you've got a tattoo of an African slave on your arm?
Yeah, it was a hero of mine. I'm not racist. I'm not racist in any way. Everything is about the woke stuff. It's about diversity and all the rest of it.
And what's the woke stuff, James?
Well, it's just total nonsense, basically, in my opinion, majority of it.
All right, let me put this to you. Is it possible that a successful lawyer like Kamala Harris, who's been Attorney General of one of the biggest US states, a senator and so on, could have been made Vice President on merit, despite perhaps, in your view, being a woman and being black? Is that possible?
It's possible, but I don't believe it.
Why not?
Because I just don't. If you listen to your talk TV, GB News, and all these other outlets, they're all saying the same thing, that she got the gig because of.
And they know why Joe Biden picked her as his vice presidential running mate.
That's what they believe, and that's what I believe. And
but James, you can't back that up. You've got no evidence for that whatsoever, have you? You look at a woman of colour in a successful position, and you say she can't be there on merit because she's not white and she's female. So how could she possibly be there on merit? It must be this woke stuff.
I have got a tattoo on me.
I'm so glad that came back to remind me that that's what we said. I do not know how to respond to that at all,
brother.
I'm just, you know what? Go ahead,
brother.
Go ahead.
Like, the thing is, I don't know either. But all I know is when I heard it, I was like, that's a new one.
How?
Because I don't even know where the correlation goes.
But like, I said it was a hero. He's one of his heroes.
Kunta Kinte is one of his heroes.
Isn't Kunta Kinte like not a real person? Isn't he just a character in a story? Yeah. Like it's not the real. Like it's not an historical.
I'm sure it's based his.
It's probably based on the experience.
But you're right, Kunta Kinte. Yeah, but that's his hero, and because of that tattoo, he is not a racist.
So wait. Was he also? These are questions. Yeah, these are questions. Was he also saying that he feels kind of a symbiotic connection with Kunta and what he went through?
Listen, I would say that there are probably some white folk in this world today who would feel and say that they are now as oppressed as slaves, African people were when they were enslaved. I feel like that's where we are in the world.
Wow, that's where you think we are.
Yeah. I think standardly. But even the fact that this man can comfortably sit there, and going back to what I was saying before about being nuanced and being specific, yeah. How dare you sit there and say that because I have watched this on Talk TV and GB News, they believe it, so I believe it.
The GB and talked, yeah, man. I mean, that's the problem with all of these media scenarios anyway. Everyone's got agendas.
Yeah.
Everyone knows who they're trying to rile up and who they're trying to get, you know, talking, you know, mad, whatever you want to call it. Everyone's doing what they need to do. And
the thing is, the people aren't clocking it. They're not clocking it. They're like, do you know what I mean? And it's like, you're being used. You are being played and you don't even see it. You don't even see it.
In some part, but yeah, nah, I mean, what's interesting to me is that man doesn't sound like he's from, you know, a time lost. No. He sounds like he could easily be in his 50s or 60s. I'm just surprised at that viewpoint. I'm
not even surprised. But then also what I feel like I have noticed is that I generally find that when I come across these things online, that the people making the most noise about immigrants live in places in the country where they have the least amount of immigrants. I generally find that. And the thing is, especially in America, like, it's only ever, this whole line of thinking, it's only going to get worse as the year goes on. Like, from when that assassination attempt on Trump happened, I was like, it's long, because it's like, that attempt will and has emboldened. You see it now.
This fly has been stressing Russell
There's a fly in the studio, and before we started, it's almost like I was going mad because it was just popping up, but it's Mike couldn't see it, but it's back. But anyway, yeah, people, from when that happened, people just become emboldened, like legitimized. You see? Yeah, and it's like, and it's crazy.
I mean, that was nuts. I mean, the Kamala thing, to talk about that for a sec, it's like, yeah, when you look at her credentials, she could easily be the president. Easily, in terms of her credentials, right?
Yeah, she ain't gonna be.
This is where you're at.
Yeah.
It's jokes, because sadly, bro, I got £500 on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think you've lost that.
I know.
I think like, if the assassination attempt hadn't
not Kamala, it was that Trump wouldn't be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what it was. Because she came in the game.
Yeah.
Like, it was interesting because, when I look at it, she's got all the credentials.
Yeah.
Plus, at the same time, I do feel like, what's her name? The other woman that was murking Trump. I forgot what her name is now. I don't know why it's gone from me.
Not Hillary.
No. So there was another
AOC.
No, not a Congress member. She was trying to be president too. She was trying to get the Republican nominee.
Oh, that's the Asian lady that comes across as white.
Yes.
Completely changed her name.
Yes.
Yeah.
You slightly just murked her in life. But I mean, she used.
I didn't lie.
Name. Was it a different name or another name?
So basically, she has, like, she's from I think it's an Indian family.
Yeah, she's half Indian, I think.
and her first name is an Indian name.
Yes.
And so it's like, I'm just using it
Let's
as
Google it, man.
yeah, let's Google it. But it's like someone saying that their name is Jazzpreet, but just call me John. Like, bro, where you see her name?
I forgot what it is because he used to go at her.
Who was the Republican nominee that was half Indian that went against Trump?
The Republican nominee who was half Indian and ran against Donald Trump is Nikki Haley.
Nikki Haley.
Who is that talking? Is that ChatGPT?
What is Nikki Haley's birth name?
What is that? Is that Samsung's or ChatGPT?
Nikki Haley's birth name is Nimrata Nikki Randhawa.
Yeah.
Nimrada. When I found that out, I think is obviously I totally forgotten about it. But when I found that out, I said I'll never refer to her as Nikki. I'll refer to you as the name that your parents
Nikki
gave
is meant
you.
to be like a short version of Nimrada.
How's that work, bruv?
I mean, Bill, William.
I'll give you that.
You know what I mean? What's it? Dick, Rich?
Yeah. Oh, I'll give you that.
Yeah, there are those kind of.
But come on though.
I mean, yeah, I hear you. But what I'm saying is that I believe that those people who were on her ticket might remove that Trump power, because technically they should go for Trump.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
But they all didn't like Trump. That's why they were going for her.
Yeah.
Because she was going ham.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't get those Republicans, I think he's going to have a bad day.
But this is the thing, is, see, after Obama, Trump came after Obama, right?
Indeed.
And so I feel like the sentiment in the US after Obama was this lurch to the right, because we can't believe that we've had to endure 8 years of this Muslim president. Okay. And so the fear of having a half black, half Asian female president will make people stay with Trump regardless of whether they like him or not.
I mean, and what's sad as well, I think that in part some people will penalize her because she's a woman more.
Yeah. Oh,
and
that's standard.
It's interesting where people are talking now, going, well, pundits, let's say, are saying, or at least I've seen certain parts of the American community online, obviously, saying he just needs to get a white guy, because then that will balance. Bro, imagine the mathematics.
She does. Kamala.
If she gets a VP,
but then also, but that was what Obama done. Obama getting Biden completely balanced it, and this was obviously before Biden started losing his marbles. And so you've got Obama, who a lot of people aren't gonna like, but you've got Joe Biden, who is like the epitome of the white American uncle. Do you know what I mean? And so that would appease those people that weren't necessarily for Obama. She has to do something similar. If she doesn't, it's a wrap. But I don't think there's anybody that can bring it back to her.
I feel at least confident that I do believe America is ready for a female president.
I want it for the optics. I mean, I don't necessarily even believe in Kamala anyway. Like, she's got a very questionable history herself.
She's got to show herself in this next few months.
And I don't have any faith in her. I
think she can deal with him in a debate.
Don't get me wrong. I think she can absolutely deal with him in a debate, but I'm talking about her character. Okay. So I can't recall it off the top of my head now, but I remember reading something about her voting history and things that she's done in terms of the prosecution of black people in the past and whatnot. And I'm just like, you're not for the people then. Like, people were like, Barack wasn't Barack. Barack was Barack. And Barack. People were like, Barack wasn't for the blacks as well. But if you believe that Barack wasn't for the blacks, believe me, she is not for the blacks.
I think it's tough for any president
to
be out there for the blacks like that.
Yeah, it is tough. And I think the reality is that you can't, and again, this goes to show the ingrained racism in America, because a Republican can stand up there and say, I mean, maybe they wouldn't use the words and say that they're there for the white person, but you code it and you say, I'm for the everyday American. you see what I'm saying? And visually in people's heads, they know
what is that?
who.
I mean, it's the use of even the way they're saying DEI now. She's a DEI hire.
What?
That's what they've been saying. Bro, I'm like, this woman has, she's got credentials.
It's a mountain to climb. Even I saw the other day another story come out about her. So when she first became a DA, I think it was, she was dating this man who was like 60 odd. And I was actually quite surprised to see that he was a black man. And they were like, if not for this guy, I can't remember his name, who was like he was quite high in like California. Well, I can't remember his figure. Anyway, if not for that guy, he basically gifted her the roles. So again, it's this thing of just trying to shoot down her credentials. And
bruv, they're trying. Yeah. They're trying.
And they'll you know what I mean? They'll go hard. So we'll see what happens.
You know what? Bless this gentleman.
Yeah.
I don't know what his whole point was to have.
His point is he's not racist. Yeah. And so this is going to be another call to the racists out there. If you want to prove to people that you aren't a racist, yeah, I want to see your Kunta Kinte tattoo. Otherwise, I'm not involved. Don't want to know.
I don't get that.
Mad. But listen, let's keep this one moving.
Oh, my days.
Oh, my God, you know me. Oh, my God, you saw me. How did you know this about my life, my family? So that is what is important to me. We're talking a large portion of my fans who are disenfranchised, who cannot get in the Volvo and go to therapy on the weekend. So you've got this highbrow Negro who is all up in the air with his nose up looking at everything. And then you got people like where I come from and me who are grinders, who really know what it's like, whose mothers and were caregivers for white kids and were maids and housekeepers and all of these beauticians. That don't discount these people and say that their story don't matter. Who are you to be able to say which black story is important or should be told? Get out of here with that bullshit.
Yes, and that is what we come up against. It's like you said, the respectability politics that we're always pushing up against, which at the end of the day, what we are facing and what we are oppressed again, it doesn't matter how well you speak, it doesn't matter how well you walk, it doesn't matter how well you do anything. If somebody's going to not like you, they're going to not like you, period.
Right.
Okay, so why this one? This one feels like you've got a really solid opinion. I don't know why.
Tyler Perry.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest, yeah.
Yeah.
I struggle with him, you know.
Him or his films?
All of it.
Oh, okay. Now.
So I absolutely struggle with his films. So the other night, let's start off with his latest film, Divorcing the Black. The other night, I have no idea why. I'm still vexed at her for it. Nana just was like, let's put it on. Okay.
Yeah, I've been.
Have you watched it?
No.
Yeah.
She was like, yo, you know, I want us to watch it together. Yeah. But we watch those things.
Right.
And all types of things, not only Tyler's films.
Yeah.
But those type of films, and it's usually me, her, my sister.
Okay.
And we sit there, bruv, and we eat, crack jokes and drink and laugh and watch the thing.
See,
this is a vibe.
This is it. And this is why I have to be careful. Yeah. Right? Because I was about to say, which is true, but like, so Nana and I don't really watch them type of things.
Okay.
Yeah. But what I absolutely understand is that there is a market for it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He's a multi-billionaire.
He's a billionaire. Now, on the flip side, the thing that is on, and it's not us, it's the boys, specifically Jaja. There's a YouTube channel called Darman Studios.
Oh yeah. I remember you watching it one time and saying, "Yo, Mike, this is."
And really, when you think about it, there is no difference between the content that Darman produces and the content that Tyler Perry produces, because it's very. And again, I'm saying this, and I'm actually saying this, and I'm not being disrespectful, but it's a low entry filmmaking, like very low. It's easy to consume. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes you don't want to. I mean, it's like reality TV to me in a roundabout way. Is that you watch it to kind of literally escape, or you watch it just so it's just something that's low effort for you to kind of have to consider, and those things have places in your life, man.
You know what?
Like drinking Coca-Cola is just as bad in that sense. It's not doing any value to your body. You know what I mean? If anything, it's causing more problems. But it's delicious, man.
You know what?
And you just want to have it sometimes.
You said something, and it really... Because I was going to... Not that I was going to go in, but I was like... but now I feel like I want to pull back, because the point that you made, and so now I'm going to make a new point, but the point that you made about watching reality TV, I was like, yeah, for real. Now, Nana watches Love Island. By proxy, I watch it too.
Got it.
Okay? But obviously, she does the live shows about it as well. So Labrish, every weekday, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. Her and Sade, then they'll review the show before. And it is really, we call it reality TV, but it's very much constructed, constructed
they have
TV. Directors. I was sitting the other day saying, I was watching the conversation, I was like, they got them to do that conversation again, innit? Like, you could just tell from the way it was edited that, you know what I mean? Yeah. And although nobody is saying like, oh my gosh, Love Island is such, crucial television and what have you, we accept it for what it is. And so in that vein, I'm like, we have to accept Tyler Perry for what he is and for what he creates.
He is a choice. You know what I mean? It's not thrust down your throat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That said, I'm going to give a spoiler. So if you haven't watched his new film and for some reason you're...
Divorce the Black.
Yeah, Divorcing the Black, yeah. The opening scene in this film is the wildest set of shenanigans I have ever seen in my life. This cough.
I forgot about that. Yes. That last time, boy. Hey, go get it checked out. It's still troubling.
I need to, yeah. So, the wildest set of shenanigans I've ever seen. So, it starts off, they're in a church and they're having a funeral, right? And the pastor's preaching, and then his preaching goes a little bit left, because you realise that the person that's died hasn't led a savoury life, and is a bad person, essentially. And so the priest, the pastor, whatever, basically says that this soul is going to hell. Yeah.
Whoa.
And so the guy that's died, he comes from a family that's from a small rural town, in it. Yeah.
Okay.
And so he comes from a family where they're just all bad breeds in the family. The twist is that the priest's daughter is married to one of the bad breeds.
Oh.
So that's Megan. Megan is married to Corey. Yeah.
Okay.
So the mum,
he's at the funeral as well.
He's at the funeral. It's his brother there. Yeah.
He's there. Yeah.
And so the priest says what he says. The mum gets up and switches, like, can't tell me that my son is going to hell. She starts to undress because some of the clothes that she's wearing for the funeral have been given to her by the pastor's wife. And then she instructs her sons to take the body. They were like, we are burying him ourselves. If that's not wild enough, so the boys get up and they go to lift up the coffin. No. They bought the coffin.
Take the actual body out of the coffin.
They take the body out of the coffin.
Embalmed in the suit, good to go.
And everything. And they take it out of the church.
And it goes.
And they go and they bury him. And I'm
Did
sitting...
they get out of the coffin or they just put him inside the ground?
The next thing you saw them finishing the digging. Yeah, so we don't know how they put him in the ground, right? You know, like you're just sitting there with your mouth wide open. So like when he comes and he says something like what you said about highbrow Negroes, like, no, it's not highbrow Negro. We are questioning your writing, rude boy.
Like,
you know what I mean?
That's challenging because that's the whole point. He's saying, look, there's something, he's saying horses for courses, and you got these people saying what they're saying. So wait, hold on a second. You're saying that there is black people on this earth who will have a set of circumstances that they will pull the baby, body out of the freaking coffin and go. I swear that's illegal.
It's like so that's what I'm saying, yeah.
But then his film, maybe he is being hyperbolic and wild, and crazy and salacious
don't sit there,
for that.
Don't sit there and make out that these are black experiences.
But come on,
regardless of where you are in society, highbrow, lowbrow, this is not a common black experience. Do you know what I mean? What could have happened? What could have happened was an argument, a fight breaking out, a verbal argument in the church. We would have believed that. We would have even believed a physical fight. Yeah. But even if you stopped at taking the coffin.
But then, did you finish it?
I did.
But I wasn't saying that. When you look at the the story, would the family have done that? When you look at their whole journey, would Corey and all of them, whoever was there, the family, would they do that? Because that's still viable. Yeah. There's wild stuff other family members have done in films where you look at it and you say, yeah, that family would do that.
So to answer your question, yes, that family would do that. But I don't think it justifies it, because if you then create this family that does these outlandish things, then what they're doing becomes normal. But it's not normal because you've created this outlandish family, if that makes sense. So we all know of bad breed families. We get it.
Yeah, but it's a film.
Yeah, you know what? And yes, suspension of disbelief.
That's what I'm saying. I'm more interested if he made you believe throughout the film, because that is outrageous at the top. So now you've got to clarify and quantify why that family are that way inclined.
You know what? No. And I tell you where it falls apart. It falls apart right at the end. Bare spoilers in this thing, all right? So right at the end, Megan ends up killing her husband. Basically, he goes, or her ex-husband, he goes mad throughout the course of the film, and she ends up shooting him dead, yeah? In the process of them getting there, her father ends up getting beaten up and shot by the brothers.
So killed.
He makes it, yeah? So he's in hospital. So the final scene is them all leaving hospital with the dad in a wheelchair, yeah? And her ex-in-laws, the mum and the brothers, are also in the hospital because obviously the brother has died, yeah? And like Megan's last words to the family are something like, you can't push good people too far, or something like that. And what I'm saying is this, yeah? Those guys felt no way in shooting your dad in the back of the leg and beating him up with a baseball bat. They felt no way in taking their brother's coffin, yeah, and burying him in the ground like that. Why are you not dead?
You enjoyed this film.
I did not. Do you know what the worst thing is? Nana said put it on, and Nana fell asleep.
And so you continued. You committed.
I committed.
I think you enjoyed it.
I think
you enjoyed it.
I'm glad I did watch it.
I think you enjoyed it for this reason.
There you go.
That's what's so interesting, because I remember one of my friends, like, she is like, you know, she has her own BLM movement. Yeah. When all that stuff went down, she was active. We you know, she would debate for time on all of those different fronts, and I would sit there and listen to her. But when I would come to her house, she'd be watching, what's that one? Is it Jersey Shore, Geordie Shore? One of them. And I'm like,
we all need that outlet, innit?
Exactly.
Yeah.
She was like, it allows for her to decompress the mind, which is so focused on all of those other things. Yeah. So I get it. But you wouldn't have this experience that you have of hate. Because that was the thing about, and maybe I'm jumping a bit, but that was the thing about Mayweather. He said, you're going to watch. Even if you hate me.
Yeah.
Because you're going to watch because you want to see me get knocked out.
Yeah.
Or you're going to watch because I want to win.
That's why I watched Fury and Usyk. I just wanted to see Fury get knocked out.
Man said Usyk. Bruv, his name is Usyk.
Usyk. Same thing. You know the ignorance in that.
You're a stickler for words.
You would say that's why I was saying the ignorance in that comment, because I was like, I knew when I said that, like, just take the L in it. But I was like, nah, I'm gonna stand.
Bruv, how long have you been saying Usyk for? He's been the chap for a hot minute.
I don't even think.
Nah, bro. I
don't think I've actually, because I've said his name in public before and nobody's corrected me. So I think this is the first time I probably said it like that. Usyk. Yeah, I know it's Usyk. I don't know why I said Usyk.
Okay, maybe he's making
jokes. No. But from now on, he's Usyk to me now.
He's
Usyk to me now.
Yeah,
but that's why I watched it.
Bruv, that 9th round, I wanted Fury to go down.
One of my friends was having a barbecue, innit? And so everybody was jammed into the front room at that point. And before that, I was just walking through. I was like, I have no intention of watching. I'm here to have a party. Like, you know what I mean? I walked in on the 9th round by chance. And I'm like, right, my man's getting butt up.
My man
and I'm getting excited, bruv, because I just want to see my man get knocked out. So yeah, I get it. I absolutely get it. There's that thing of like,
yeah, but you're watching though.
Yeah, you're watching.
And I mean, that's what it is for sometimes.
Yeah.
And sometimes you love to hate.
And again,
not you, but just the general sense.
And again, and this is why Tyler Perry for me will forever be a conundrum, because I say all of that, but I rate him highly.
I mean, bruv, he's providing lots of good jobs.
Yeah.
It would seem. He's created quite a massive kind of, idea. People obviously want to watch it.
Yeah.
They watch it for that reason.
And then also on the plus side, I think Megan herself has said it. Taraji has said it. Taraji said it when she was doing The Colour Purple, is that the biggest payday that they've had has been from Tyler Perry.
And you see, I remember this in my music days, and I'm sure I've said this before, like my music days are over, like my early doors days, where one guy, and it was funny because in my lecture, these guys were like, staunch like music, and they're saying, why are you putting on like Zig and Zag and all of these Mr. Blobby? And they're like, yo, we put those out, they make bags of money, and then we can give it to a person who's going to take 5 years to make an album. So you get so it's that balancing.
The balance. I feel it. But I want to segue because you mentioned music. Okay. The next clip is about music.
All right.
It's also, can't lie, it's a shot to Nigeria. Yeah. Nigeria's been taking some L's recently.
Bruv, did you see the one about the twerking?
Absolutely.
I keep on forgetting to tell my boy about that.
Like, bro, that was the wildest
man
thing.
Said,
he was 3 hours twerking. Put some respect on your name. Imagine your mum gave birth for 9 months for you to do this.
Bro, we were struggling with the the Nigerians wouldn't let us live for Nkono.
Listen, I love my Nigerians, yeah. I love you guys. I love you guys, yeah.
What are you coming to show?
However, sometimes, yeah, you sort of need humbling, yeah.
Oh my God, what's happening?
And this gentleman,
what's happening?
Oh, brother, he got humbled.
Is it real?
It's real.
Okay.
It's real.
All right,
okay.
This guy is such a clown. I bet your mum wishes sent you to Africa, sent you back to Ghana. You'll be a farmer. You had a good run, but this one is a disaster. I'm from Niger, you're from Ghana. We have Wizkid, Davido, Burner. Who the fuck have you got from Ghana? We're better than you at everything. Me, no offense to Ghana, but you have a...
But you just came to offend Ghana.
Okay, all right. So, pen game, it's a clash.
I know pen game.
All right. So now, obviously, my man has to...
I calm down.
And...
he can have that one.
He goes in.
All right, calm down.
That's about to come up. He's from Ghana.
Sure.
Everything.
Remember, sign up on the YouTube. The early bird tickets are available, and the final tickets are available now. Everyone here,
I
want to see you
I love what they do.
Yeah, man, it's getting warm. All right, henchers, yeah, let's go.
Right, now, listen.
All right, quiet. Second round, let's go. All right, Ish, run this shit, man.
Run it. Yo, send me the water, please. Yo, Randy MC. Yeah, I'm on my own thing. He needs some water, cause he's overly choking. Yeah. No, I'm joking. Yo, listen. It's the pen game champ. F-Don, I am happy to meet ya. Stop letting them call you ugly. Be proud of your African features. I don't wanna diss your appearance, car. I don't wanna make him angry. Don't let him say that you look like a monkey. You're more of a chimpanzee. I was gonna link this girl, then I told this girl that I'm coming with F. We are coming round yours by now, so I beg you go bring one of your friends. My thing's leng and her friend's leng, so F-Don smiled, he was fucking with her. Her friend took a look at F-Don, screwed her face and said, brother, ugh. She said to her mate, what's that? Got acne on his face. What's that? You're not a lady. Hurry up.
That was just funny, bro. That he didn't murk, bro. He didn't murk. That was just funny.
What I would say is
he
this.
said, brother,
so there's 3 rounds. Yeah. And that was just a line from one of the rounds.
Right.
He got absolutely murked. If you watch the film.
Did he get at him for the Nigeria Ghanaian comments?
So he didn't go back and say like something specific about Nigeria, but he murked him in every other way, shape or form. And then what made it worse, is that the guy, like when you're flopping and you know that you're flopping, but you're just falling apart. So then he starts to cuss the crowd. So like, when he goes back up again and does his next verse, he falters again, yeah, and then he turns to the crowd and goes, "Suck your mum." It's like, brother,
come on, bro.
And it's just, bro, you have to watch the full thing, and it's like the deterioration of like
our Nigerian brethren.
Yeah, and as I said, I love you guys, innit? But also, I laugh when you get humbled like this.
So that's an L then for the Nigerians.
Yes,
they have to. No, the twerking one's way better.
The twerking one is way better, but yeah, I wanted to bring this.
That sound like a slide dig.
Yeah, no, yeah, man. For me, maybe obviously we ain't got the time. Maybe there's something we should think about next time. Like, it actually would be interesting to watch the 3 rounds with you.
Oh yeah,
because there was some like.
I mean, the thing that I always thought it would be cool to see how much freestyle and how much is not, because sometimes they interplay. They
do interplay, and they did in that one. So like you saw at the beginning, he just like dropped a couple lines just referring to him choking, but then later on, so there's another line, yeah, where he brings out a mirror, yeah, and then he's like, basically you look in the mirror and you're ugly and you make it crack, sort of thing. But the guy again, talk about the deterioration of the other guy. Mm-hmm. When the guy brings out the mirror, he snatches it and dashes it, and so the mirror cracks. But my man's next line is, "You made the mirror crack." And it, so you know when everything is just perfect,
everything's aligning.
Everything was aligning.
Yeah. And
it was like, today you were not meant to prosper, brother. You were not meant to prosper. And what made it even worse is, so like when he dropped that, brother, so just after that, everyone puts up the reloaded signs. Yeah, bro, he did that bar 3 times.
Oh wow.
So imagine having to hear that 3 times, and each time the crowd just getting wild. So by the time he's ready to go again, bruv, there's nothing in the tank.
Yeah, there's nothing.
It was an annihilation.
Yeah, that's like, I feel you now. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. It was like I feel sorry for him. I was just like, yeah, that's not nice, innit? But you didn't need to come for Ghana like that. Yeah, you didn't need to do that.
He didn't.
So let that be a reminder to all of you, yeah? When you try to come for us, return to sender.
That's such an African thing. Return to sender.
Return to sender.
Hey.
Yeah. All right. This last one is dilemma.
A dilemma.
A dilemma.
Okay.
Yeah.
One day my dad was just chilling in the house. His cousin busts in the room and she's just crying, bawling her eyes out. She's like, "Oh, my fiance, he ended things. He doesn't want to get married anymore. He called off the wedding." It's like a week before their wedding.
No.
Calls off the wedding. So my dad's like, "Don't worry, I'm going to go talk to him." Gets in the car, drives to her ex-fiance at this time's house. "Bro, you know what happened? You know, my cousin's a good woman. She's really sad. What happened?" All this. Her ex-fiance is like, "Man, I was at my bachelor party yesterday." He's sitting around with all his boys. They're celebrating the fact he's about to get married. And he's like, "Man, I just love this woman. She's such a good woman." It's like, "Man, I got a woman nobody else can have." Like, let me tell you, I'm so excited. He's just going on and on about how much he raving about his woman.
Yeah.
Respectable. We love it. But then he finishes and everybody's silent. And then one dude just goes, and
oh no! Oh, I'm already crashing out.
No. He's like, "Bro, man, we wanted to tell you, but you were so in love with her." He was like, "What do you mean?"
No, stop.
He was like, "Y'all know she been around the block." And there was like a name they gave her, which I don't even remember the name, but that's so bad. They used to call her, because like, everybody been with her. All of us been with her.
No!
Nah, see,
No.
As a homeboy, nah.
I ain't never tell him before.
You never tell me? Nah.
I guess like their thing was he's so in love, we're not gonna ruin it.
Nah.
Were they out of order? Bro?
They should have held that to the grave.
If
saying. They were trying to.
If you don't say that shit from the jump,
they should have said it from the jump. You can't let your boy go out like that. And if he does want to go out like that, let it be of his own volition.
Right. Yeah. Bro,
you're sitting in a room and you're just...
Like, this is a week before the wedding.
Brother, Nah, that's not fair. Then why they do him dirty like that?
Bro, what I'm saying is, yeah, them man didn't like you. But also...
No, they cared. They said they cared.
No, they didn't.
But if they cared, they would have told him from
Mike,
the jump.
Listen, yeah.
Maybe they thought,
when you were single, yeah, there's a couple of times where you've come round and you've brought a partner, yeah. Why are you laughing?
Because I'm wondering what the hell you're gonna say.
Well, now's a good time to tell you now.
Exactly. That's what I mean. I'm like, yo, yeah, bro, there was that girl, man. You know, we've heard him all,
bro. I swear to God, yo, if you walked into this house and I knew this one has been run through, what? I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing.
I'm more thinking about the circumstances. So maybe, and this is massively hypothetical, they thought it's just Sarah just doing her thing, right, with my man.
Then you have to say.
Then it got deeper and deeper and deeper. Then everyone's like, can't really say nothing now.
Listen, it's very important, yeah. This is Mike, from the jump. You walk in and I'm like, this one has a history, yeah? I know the history. I'm going to give you the service history, yeah?
Russell.
Once I give you the service history, what you do from that point on
it's your own.
Is your own.
But she should have told him. She should have told him too.
Listen, yeah, a friend of mine one time, he was at an event. He just started going out with this woman who he later on went to marry.
So we're talking about someone real right now.
Yeah, we're talking about someone real. He later on went to marry. They were at an event one time, and when he was there, he saw like some aunties that he knew, and it was like the ex. They were also aunties of his ex. Okay. And he kind of felt a bit of a way because he's there with this new ting sort of thing. But then also his new ting's mum is there. Okay. And so one of the aunties is like,
because she's the wife, I don't feel comfortable with her called the new ting.
She was
just respected her.
All wives were a new ting at the time. Yeah, I mean,
but she is the wife. Though.
She's the wife,
right?
Yeah.
So we could call her the wife.
The wife, okay. Yeah. I respect that. Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I don't know. It just, every time I heard it, I was like, you know what? Because it's a person you know, because it's a wife, I feel like we should respect the fact that this was his wife.
But yeah, I respect he's the wife, but I also respect that everybody was a new team at some
point.
But so long story short, he's feeling like, this is a bit sticky, sort of thing. And the mum reassured him and was just like, no one's a virgin. She said something along the lines of basically just like, we all have a history. So what I'm saying is mature people understand that when you get with someone, the likelihood that that person is not a virgin, they have a history, yeah? And so if I'm getting into a relationship with somebody, that's an assumption that I have to make. So unless we're having a specific conversation about that history, I want to know the details of your history. You want to know the details of my history.
Bro, I think it is fair. And I know of a situation where I think it is fair to lay down circumstances like that. Preferably before you get deep, because I've had a circumstance, brother, and I enjoyed this circumstance. I enjoyed this circumstance because I've started dating this girl. She has a friend. I have been with a friend at some point. The time comes where we're just making things known.
Yeah.
I make it known.
Yeah.
Right early. Carry on. Time passes. Someone else tells the friend, oh, you know Michael did it? And they're like, really? Oh my gosh, I need to make them aware and, putting in the work, putting in the, can't believe it, oh no. Then I'm away. I'm in the States, bro, living my life. Then I get a call.
Meanwhile, everything is crashing around you.
I get a call. It's not crashing around me at all, Russ. Actually, it's a positive story in my regard. I get a call and she goes, Mike, so such and such came to speak to me today to say this had happened. But then I was like, yeah, I know. Mike told me. And then she's like, it took
return to sender.
It took all the power away.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I was honest from the jump. Yeah. I believe she should have been honest from the jump. How can you stay in a room with all of those people coming to do vows, probably be crying, oh, finally, what? And bro, you've been like, I've been trying to find a nice one forever. And all the people are like, yeah.
You sold it, yeah. You sold it to me.
Nah, bro.
You sold it to me.
Because that is where, in my opinion, that is where, in that circumstance, your responsibility lies.
Yeah.
You get me? You're not responsible to them. You're responsible to him or her to make them understand, yo.
Yeah.
Like you said, we all have a history.
Yeah.
And if you can't honestly, connect with that, then you've got that choice. But she should have told him.
Now, you know what? You're right. You know what's also funny is what I just realized you telling that story is when you was like, oh, I got this story. Then my mind went off for a second. And I was like, yeah, I don't have any stories like that.
Bro, don't make me look
no. But when you've been in a relationship for as long as I have, you begin to delete. I think your memory deletes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So as you was telling the story, I was like, no, I have been. Like, I've literally been.
Now.
So, don't get me wrong, I was young.
Right.
So, like,
I was young
16, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, like young, yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah. And I remember I went to Ilford one time, yeah? Went into Sports Direct. One lighty working in there, yeah? It's like, raw, okay? And I wasn't really like, I was still learning the trade, innit? So I wasn't really a man to...
What's the trade?
I was still learning my craft. So I wasn't really a man to go and chirps hard like that, yeah?
Yeah.
But, sometimes, certain times you just got the gift of the gab. And it's just so
flowing.
It's just flowing. And then I'm like, oh, rah, man is on his game, got the number. I was like,
you were feeling, was it some holiday?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
So
I was like,
rah, the new haircut. You was,
bro, can't talk to me.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we start chatting, blah, 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 this, that, and the other, whatnot have you. And now the thing is that more time than not, I'm usually with Jeff and Mark them times, right? But when I linked her first time, I think I was either on my own or with somebody else, right? And so I'm at the point.
Okay, continue.
And so I've linked this girl a few times, yeah? I've linked this girl a few times. But I remember one particular time, bro, we're sitting in Chadwell Heath Park.
Oh my God.
I thought, I can love this girl, I can love her. We're sitting on the thing. She finished work. She come link me after work. I was like, I think this could be it.
I'm done.
And then it was like a time after that, we went out. I think like club out. Yeah, bro, this is. Them man were like,
oh yeah, cool.
Come. Bro, I will be lying if I said I wasn't crushed. I was hurt. I was distraught. I was torn apart. Yeah, but in that moment,
you were saved.
I knew that this could never be.
Yeah.
I knew that this could never be. And so this isn't probably in this day and age nice for me to say, but like at that point, it wasn't a thing of like, I'm done with you, but our relationship will be different.
Forever changed.
Yeah. And it, you know what I mean? And that's how I then approached her. And then obviously after a while it fizzles out. But you have to be like, do you see what I'm saying? Your people will tell you. Your people will tell you.
I mean, in that circumstance, it was your brother and your brother's best friend. So that was bound to happen, and they'll look it up.
But that's a group of man that's supposed to be your man, bro.
But she should have said
something. She should have.
You got to fiance stage.
But then also, the reality is this, yeah. When you're falling in love with somebody, we are putting our best foot forward. We are bringing a representative of ourselves. And sometimes information is presented on a need-to-know basis. And so if your relationship is progressing in such a way where you're like it's actually not necessary. This person doesn't need to know.
You're telling me that's not necessary, bro?
For her.
Okay, all right.
Yeah? Because I would feel like, yeah, no, if I know that I've got a fruity past, right? Fruity's not the right word. That makes it sound like man's on something else. But
yeah, I mean, you're wearing a
listen,
colourful shirt today.
Bruv, do not come.
I'm not coming for you, bro.
No, this is exactly
you
what
said
you tried
fruity.
to do.
No,
That's
you said
exactly
fruity.
what you
I was
tried
trying
do.
to double down on
let me
your
tell you about this,
on your point. I've got a shirt that colour, man.
But what I'm saying is, you can't wear it the way I wear it.
It's true. It's true. Not like you, Mr. Fruity. You deserve that. You deserve that.
But I didn't even start this.
You did.
Do you know what? Do you know what? Yeah. Do you know what?
Okay. You know what?
No, it's cool,
bruv.
No, don't
right.
take nothing.
No, you're right.
Don't take nothing
you're
back.
Right. You're
don't
right.
take nothing
I'm not
back.
taking nothing back.
Yeah, all right.
I'm saying
but
you're
understand,
right. You're
understand.
right. Mm-hmm.
It's on.
It's always on though.
Ah, okay.
When is it not on though?
No, cool. Then we understand each other.
Bruv, you're talking like anyway.
Right, cool. Safe.
Bruv, I was just adding to the fact that you didn't want the word fruity.
Yeah.
To be the driver of that word.
But
and I said also with the, I wasn't trying to come at you with the thing.
That's what you were trying to
do. No, I wasn't. I was saying, and also you're there with I'm just doubling down on the fruitiness of the moment.
Because you're trying to imply.
I was not trying to imply. I've just told you what I was saying it for.
Listen,
I was saying it.
What you're saying and what your intentions are, they're not aligning.
To you. But I'm just trying to make you understand that was the circumstance. I was like doubling down on the fruity.
Yeah, safe. Safe. Cool. Man's lost my train of thought.
No. We could get it back. We could get it back. So you've had the past.
Nah, I've lost it.
Oh, okay, it's gone then.
Nah, I'll get it back.
Rewind the tape. Yeah, bro, man. She should have told him.
Yeah, no, she should have. I, in all good consciousness, I can't like really argue for her. Like she should have. This is it. She should have told him, all right? However, I understand her not telling him more than them not telling him.
You said need to know. That's where your main
Yeah. That's it. And so going back to having a past, is like, I'm not necessarily going to divulge that if it doesn't come up. It's not like I'm hiding it, but if our relationship, if the parameters of our relationship is such where this hasn't been an issue, then it's not coming.
I mean, that's fair. And then, look, it's always down to the person.
Mm-hmm.
And in that example, the person was like, I can't.
Yeah.
You know, I can't be with her in that way. And I mean, she had a name, bro.
But I also feel like he handled the situation immaturely.
I mean,
because you're weeks out from a wedding.
How do you handle that, Russ?
I don't think you just call it off.
What do you do?
You got to sit down and have talks.
Didn't they have a sit down talk?
No, he called it off.
And then he realized he couldn't deal with it.
He called it off.
Didn't he have he must have had a conversation. They must have had a conversation.
That's not how it sounded to me. It sounded like he was just like, he found this out and was like, nah, it's over.
I'm sure there was some tears. I'm sure there was some back and forth. There was pleases. There was like, nah, I can't.
Yeah, do you know what? I can't defend it. I understand.
You've been going back and forth like a tennis match on this. Because, bro, for me, I don't think there's anything wrong in what we saw. But I think that she had I think maybe this is the word, a duty of care.
Yeah.
At that level, fiance level, bruv, before we've even got to that, and you know it's getting serious, you better break certain things down. Yeah. You better break down your finances.
But then also, it's dependent on how often do you see these people in it?
They're his mates.
Yeah, but some relationships are like that.
Stag. Bro, who's there for the stag if it's not the groomsman? Yeah, the group, because bruv, my stag might be wild because I know a lot of people, but at least the groomsman. And then everyone said, bro, we never told you because you was in love.
No. Oh. Because, you know why that's BS? Is because when I presented this girl to you, I wasn't in love. Or even if I was in love, it must have been in the very early stages.
That's what I'm saying. And I think more than anything else, she knows the whole friendship group. Yeah. That's why it's more important. Do you get me? Yeah. Or maybe she thought he would tell that they've all told each other, so they all know. I mean, it could go so many different ways.
I mean, that's the other thing, because I know from her, because if she goes and sees them for the first time, after that, she's going to be expecting.
She could easily have been expecting.
And then a week, 2 weeks, a month goes by, you're like, it's calm.
Okay, it's cool.
Either he doesn't know or he knows and doesn't care.
I would not leave it to that chance.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm definitely speaking about it. I want you to have all the information. Yeah. I want you to be able to make a very, very conscious decision.
What, as the person with the history, you're saying?
As the person with the history.
Yeah. No, yeah, I think you have to, and obviously, I can't really talk because it's been a while.
But but at the same time, you live to tell the tale where someone's kind of supported you, and look where you've landed has been better for your life.
Yeah,
I'm not saying the other woman wouldn't have been.
And we had those discussions. And there it is. And so
and you could live with whatever the information was that was given to you, and that's it.
It's like at the end of the day, when she told me, I was like, 400 isn't it's.
Bro, if that was ever the case, there are some people who have those numbers. What are you doing?
Mad.
I don't know how you can get active like that. Well,
you know, going back to Love Island, there's a couple on there. The lad is 22.
22. He's had 22 years of life, and you're about to tell me 400.
No.
Oh.
150. That's still a lot, brother.
No, bruv. That was surprise on my face.
Yeah. 150.
22.
Yeah. Mad thing.
Yo.
Mad thing.
And why is he counting like that? I remember. Is
because
that
because at those ages, it's achievement, innit? You will count. You can count. I remember when I was that age, I knew the number. No, but I was younger than that. I knew the number. Yeah, I stopped counting early.
He was like, "This is getting a bit tired. Taxing." Nah, bro.
Yeah,
wow.
So, yeah.
Okay, 22.
Yeah, so that's it. It's, you know what I mean. So to really and truly, somebody saying 400, it's doable. But also, not for me.
A lot of time, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know how much chirpsing you're doing. Chirpsing.
It's not even the chirpsing. It's the energy exchange, bro.
Oh, I mean, just getting into that circumstance. Yeah. Let alone, the notion of.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. But yeah, there you go.
Bless them, bro.
That is all I got. That's all I got for you. But
it was a light one.
Light-hearted. It's nice. I think
the Kamala thing could have got a bit more serious, but
yeah, I mean,
the Kunta tattoo.
That's my favorite. Because I'm just like, the wildness of that. But I think with Kamala, when I tell you, like, ain't it funny, like, just in the space of the last time we were here and now, so much has happened.
So much has happened.
We've got a new government,
obviously
new person running in terms of Kamala. Olympics has started. There's something else as well.
Trump got shot.
The World Cup happened.
The Euro.
The Euro. Sorry,
Trump got shot.
Like enough has happened. But when, especially like going back to the politics thing. So even with the change of power here and what's happening in America, I just don't have any faith or believe in anybody. I think at best,
I agree.
At best, I have an interest in independent local candidates,
and I think you have to in terms of where your space and place is going to be.
But other than that, I don't. So it's like, so even people being like, somebody put up a post the other day saying, if Kamala becomes president, she will be the first black female president who will be sworn in by the first black, what's the name of that? Ketanji Brown
Jackson, Supreme.
Yeah, she'll be sworn in by the first black Supreme Court Justice on Martin Luther King Day.
Wow.
And I'm like, do you know what? Don't get me wrong. The optics would be amazing.
It would be incredible. Yeah? You'd think progression.
Right. However, if the individuals involved, and I can't speak to Katanji. I'm butchering names today. Yeah, Katanji. Yeah, I can't speak to her. I don't know enough about her. But if the character, and especially boasting about it being a Martin Luther King Day, but it's like if the characters of those individuals isn't solid, then it's vacuous. It doesn't mean anything.
But that's what you said. You said optics, right?
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, what I think is embarrassing, which no one ever kind of connects with, is the fact that it's the first.
Why is...
Bruv, that's embarrassing to me.
I don't even think it is.
Bruv, and okay, let me explain it further, because what I'm saying is, we laud and applaud these moments. But how long have those people, black people, Asian people, people of color, been in that country that this is the first time? That's it. People should be sitting there embarrassed. Like, how do we live in a world where we're seeing the first, like, oh, this is the first, they'll go, oh, this is the first black show in the... Aren't you embarrassed to say that? Knowing that black people have been here for years.
I hear what you're saying, but I think black people have been here for years globally, but however, the struggle has also been going on for years.
But that's what
it wasn't too long ago that we were sitting here talking about, looking at the video of black people fighting on the riverboat thing.
But that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm saying that when I look at it, I look outward saying, aren't you guys embarrassed? Do you see what I'm saying? Not embarrassing for us. Yeah. It's the fact that, wait, you turn around and say, oh, DEI higher and all of this stuff. And then some people are patting themselves on the back saying, oh, wow, look at how far we've come. And it's like, wait, hold on. We should have shame connected with that. The fact that we know we've marginalized a certain set of people for so long that this is just the first time that this is happening. How? You know what I mean? That's really what it is. I look at it and I'm like, we as people, if we're all going to be, as the brother said, woke or whatever you want to call it, we should all be like, it's very embarrassing that this is the first time that this has happened.
No, it is. It is.
As a people, as a world, nah. These things should be commonplace because we're people.
I feel like probably, and you know, this kind of speaks to the journey, but I'm just at that point where nothing surprises me. Like I'm disappointed, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know what I mean? So
I didn't mean to. I brought it back to the
no
the depth.
This is cool.
Yeah, man.
Broski.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
I actually enjoyed that. I enjoyed the lightheartedness of it.
Yeah. I think we need a few more of those.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, we skipped all the other stuff, really. Because it was a crazy,
it's been a crazy period. It's been crazy.
July has been wild.
Yeah.
All the things that's happened in July. I mean, you know what? I felt bad for Biden, bro. Where Biden...
You know what? Let's talk about Biden before we go. For
me, it was just like, man was all over the place,
bro,
for the friggin' talk.
Debates. When he answered that question and then just rambled, and then when Donald came back and
I don't even know what he said, but I don't think he knows what. And then he said, that old person face, you know, the mouth is agape. But bruv, the thing for me was, now that's happened. Now everyone's chatting. Now everyone's putting in their funds. Now everyone's chatting, going back and forth. People are going and they say, yeah, he will have to do what he wants to do. And then you get COVID. I said, mate. Bruv, I said, okay. Mate. I felt so sorry for him at that point. I was like, and then you get COVID.
Mate, if ever there was an example of God trying to give somebody a message, it was that.
Return to sender.
Listen,
bro.
When it was announced, I can't remember what I was watching. It was a tweet
as well. Yeah.
Somebody posted a video, and it was just a video of all of his gaffes, and then there was just this section of him just falling down and tripping. And there was one particular one. He's going up the stairs of
the Air Force One. Yeah.
He fell down like 3 times.
He said,
it's like it wasn't fair. Like whoever his people are around him, including his wife and his aides and whatnot have you, they should never have even allowed him to be like, you're running for president.
I mean, ageism, that sounded... No. And I mean, what's crazy now for me is that Trump was using the whole age thing. He's older, and now
you're the old person. But that is always the funny thing when people like talk about age, because even I think we spoke about it a while ago on the pod, where I was moaning about the younger generation talking about the older generation. We watched the video and basically like Gen Z were cussing Gen X millennials, and I was like, but are you people not going to get there, or do you not have plans to get to this age? Like, age comes to us all. So it's like, it's one of the very few things that you should be like,
you be mindful about how you talk about it.
Yeah,
but yeah, bro,
because either you're going to get there or you're not.
And yeah, that's another thing. But yeah, man, bruv, it has been a roller coaster.
Yeah.
To lie.
And I feel like listen, we're halfway through the year.
Yeah.
We're halfway through the year. Like, who knows, even just with the elections, who knows what's going to happen before, was it October, November?
Yes, November.
Who knows what's going to happen before November? Mad.
I mean, Trump nearly got killed.
Yeah.
That was wild.
Yeah. You know, there was a skit that came out, I swear, like, it was within 2 hours of it happening.
Showing the black people. Yeah.
I was like,
yo, how did they grab everyone together to
listen,
do that?
They weren't playing.
Bro.
But yeah.
That's the one. Well, I mean, Munya.
Have you done one?
Nah. Just his speed.
Oh, no, Munya, you can't compare. What was the latest one that he did the other day?
Was it the Labour? He did something with Labour.
Yeah. I mean, Munya's on another level. Munya's on another level. Like, the speed, and it doesn't impact the creativity. That man on his game.
And he did I love the fact that he did the deal to get all the original songs. So now he's got a proper deal so he can use those songs.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's how he gets by everything. He done a deal, like a label deal.
Shut your mouth.
Yes, bruv.
That was the one that he done recently. So you know you got those music compilation albums. Now
yes.
That's what, and he did it with the label.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
because he's got access to the catalogue.
Smart guy.
That's
like, what I'm talking
that's
about.
Defining, bro.
That's what I'm talking
that's like
about.
Era defining stuff. Like I don't know anyone who's done that in that way.
Yeah, respect that. I respected that kid before, but yeah.
That's why he got the proper songs. He can do the because you can do karaoke versions and all of that.
Yeah,
but like his versions are proper. It's not like no dead version. Like you can hear that. Yeah. It's not. No, it's the song.
Smart guy. I rate that highly.
I do too.
All right. Well,
that's it
for this one. Yeah, innit?
When we're gonna do the next one?
Next week, man.
All right, cool.
Next week.
I'll try my best.
Yeah. Are you busy?
Father duties, them ones.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
But we'll make it work.
We'll make it work.
Yeah.
Cool. Peace.
Nice one.
Father duty.
Yeah, bro. But that's what it's been. That's what's been holding me majority of the time, because it's just getting someone to hold him whilst I do that.
No, that's all good. How's he doing anyway?
He's cool, bro. He's the most recent. I'll show you a video Chira sent me.